Alright, so some replacement capacitors. So I haven't done too badly. I think this one here is exactly the same diameter as this one. So I'll be able to use the same clamp and mount it horizontally. These ones are quite different in size, obviously. This is 4000 microfarads 25 volts, and this one is 4700 microfarads 25 volts. But they mount with they have an insulation mounting set up here, so you just drill a hole and mount it vertically, and I think I'll be okay here on height. I think I'll do it okay. And then the last one, I'm not quite sure. This was vertically clamped in the chassis of the scope, and the new one is considerably smaller, so have to think about how I fix that one in. But at least I think I have enough to be getting on with, so we'll fit those in and see where we go from there. So there you are with the main electrolytics replaced. They mount vertically through holes with insulating mounts so that the cases are not actually touching the chassis, because this one, for instance, has the negative going to ground, and this one has the positive going to ground, and this one has the negative going to ground, so they all have to float. This one here is too small for a for any sort of clamp, so just a bit of hot glue to hold that down to the base, which will also insulate it as well, so there's no metal to metal contact. So that's that bit. Still waiting for these other caps to arrive, but I reckon it's probably at a point where we could juice it up and see what happens. Right, I've done a bit more work on the power supply. Found a little bit of a problem on the minus 18 volt. Just a dodgy wiring scenario again. So tidied all that up and fired it back up again. And well, at least now it runs in auto mode. So we have a sweeping trace here for the first time in 20 years on this little beast. But what it won't do yet is it won't trigger off the actual signal itself. So if I go from auto to actually trigger on the signal coming in, nothing. And but at least I know that all the power end of things is working, and so a little bit more work to do on the sweep trigger circuitry and stuff. And I guess for a lot of the basic stuff I'd be doing, it might still be usable, but still, I think we need to get it triggering off the input signal itself. So for anybody curious, that's my other scope, which is one of these digital storage scopes with connections for USB and internet and all, but it has that computer interface to it, so if I change the time base here, hopefully you'll see the signal. But when I go to try and trigger from the signal itself, dum, we have no trigger signal. Anyway, we keep at it, and we'll get there in the end. That's it for now.